I realized that I left you hanging on the Dresden plate video because I didn't tell you what to do about making the center circle or how to attach it to the block. So I'm back again and we'll just do an addendum to the first video. The first thing you do is you decide how big you want the circle to be. It can be really any size that looks nice to you. So when you've decided, you cut a piece of freezer paper that's the size that you want. You pin it to your fabric that you've chosen, and you give yourself a nice 1/4 inch around the edge when you cut it. Then you stitch a running stitch all the way around the edge, and when it's all the way around, you can pull it tight onto the freezer paper, and you'll make yourself a nice, even, rounded circle. And then you can hand applique it on. You can do a straight line stitch around the edge. Or if you like to do a blanket stitch or a zigzag on your machine, you can do it that way. When that's on, I want to mention, this is a little bit see-through. It's a pale fabric. If your center is paler than some of your spokes, I'm going to put this little extra piece underneath when I applique it on so that I have a double layer. I just thought I'd mention that if you're doing appliquing something light on top of something dark. Then you place this on your block. You can do it a little this way or with the points opposite, however you like it. And then I would very carefully measure my 1 inch around. Oh, also when I put this on, I would very carefully measure in along a few lines to make sure it's truly centered. And then measure 1 inch around your block, or if it's a little more or less, just make it centered. And then again, you can do what I do and do your little hand invisible stitch, or you can do straight line machine. Now, if your colors are quite varied from a very light blue to a dark blue to a yellow, the best thing might be to use a monofilament thread. That's the clear thread. I like superior threads. It doesn't tangle so much in the sewing machine, and it doesn't have that shiny look that catches the eye. Or, you could keep changing color. For an invisible stitch, I think I would just use a light blue and trust that it wouldn't show. But something to think about if you're going to, especially if you're going to do a blanket stitch or a zigzag, because that does show. And I'm not sure I would want yellow on here or dark blue on here. So sorry that I skipped that. Hope nobody had trouble with that and that you find both videos so that you can complete your Dresden plate block.